very good morning and welcome to this edition of YES101's Visual Radio. For the News First team, I'm Shalini Ratnavira. We start off with a look at your local news. The Ministry of Trade, Commerce and Food Security has announced that stocks of government-imported salt are expected to arrive in Sri Lanka by this evening. This step comes in response to recent supply issues and aims to stabilize the local market. Speaking over the phone, Deputy Minister R.M. Jayawardena confirmed that salt will be available for purchase starting this morning, adding that the current shortage is expected to be fully resolved within a week. He also noted that a separate consignment imported by the private sector had already arrived in the country as of yesterday. He further stated that from next week onwards, consumers will be able to purchase salt without any shortages, as adequate stocks will be available in the market. The total quantity of salt being imported in this shipment amounts to 30,000 metric tons. This move is aimed at stabilizing the local market and ensuring consistent availability of salt for consumers across the country. Moving on to more local news, public consultations regarding the proposed electricity tariff revision for this year are set to begin tomorrow and will continue until the 5th of June at provincial level. The first public hearing will be held in the Sabaragamuwa province at the auditorium of the Ratnapura District Secretariat, where members of the public will have the opportunity to share their views and concerns about the proposed electricity tariff changes. According to Jayanath Hera, the Director of Communications at the Public Utilities Commission of Sri Lanka, further details regarding the public consultation in the Sabaragamuwa province can be obtained by calling 076 322 4610. 076 322 4610. The Ceylon Electricity Board has proposed an 18.3% increase in electricity tariffs compared to current rates. However, the CEB notes that the new proposed rate is still 5.4% lower than the tariff implemented in January this year. The PUCSL will gather public feedback from across the country during this consultation period before making a final decision on the proposed revision.
International news.
In international news, US President Donald Trump confronted his South African counterpart at the White House yesterday with a video Trump said supported his claim that white farmers were being persecuted in the country. The footage, played during a news conference with Cyril Ramaphosa, showed thousands of crosses lining a road that Trump claimed marked burial spots for murdered white farmers. Trump said he did not know where in South Africa it was filmed. Ramaphosa, who appeared to weigh his response carefully, disputed Trump's allegation. He said black people were far more likely to be victims of violence in South Africa than white people.
Sports news.
In a sports update, Manchester United boss Ruben Amorim said that he was confident he was still the right man for the job after the club's woeful Europa League loss to Tottenham Hotspur, but would quit with no compensation if the club's board believed otherwise. Amorim and his men had hoped to salvage something from a woeful season that has them languishing 16th in the Premier League with one game remaining. Instead, Brennan Johnson bundled in a first-half goal in a 1-0 win that clinched Spurs a spot in the Champions League next season, leaving United out of European football entirely. Well, that's a wrap of this edition of YES101's Visual Radio. Thank you for watching.